So as we've mentioned before on the channel, scamming seems more prominent than ever before these days. And you might think that celebrities are immune to scams, with all the money they have buying them protection from sketchy people that you or I might come into contact with. But you'd be wrong. I think it could even be argued that celebrities are even more prone to being scammed, with their huge disposable incomes making them prime targets. Well, that is what I'm here to talk about today. Hey, what's up IOers? It's Mackenzie Smith here, and today I'm going to be breaking down the top 10 celebrities that got played by con artists. Starting off with number 10. Want a ticket to the Golden Globes after party? Yes, I do. Thankfully, this one didn't cause any financial harm to the victims, but it's kind of funny to know that stars can be duped pretty easily. So in this one, stars like Keegan-Michael Key and Sarah Hyland attended W Magazine's Golden Globes after party. And everything was going swimmingly, until they gave their tickets away to some random guy. The two celebrities and a Variety reporter were among the guests who were fooled by a tall man pretending to be a security guard for the bash. The man, who was white and wore a black suit and white shirt under it, asked guests for their tickets before they got into the elevator to reach the legendary Chateau Marmont penthouse suite, which was the site of the party. But after they got to the 6th floor, they were asked for their tickets again. Then they realized they gave their precious tickets away to some random guy. Thankfully, the stars were allowed in the party, but whoever got a hold of those tickets had their lucky way into one of the most exclusive parties ever. I can only dream to get that lucky. I guess he would have sold them to people, I'm not sure. In at number 9, at least it made some good TV. So before Jerry Seinfeld became the mogul we all know him for today, an accountant that he hired stole $50,000 from him to purchase illegal drugs. But he was able to create some great TV from this bad experience, as the story influenced the plot of a Seinfeld episode called The Sniffling Accountant. For a brief rundown on the episode, Jerry's accountant drops by and is sniffling like crazy, and then him and the gang conclude he might be on drugs, making him very nervous about his money. Then later in the episode, a pizza delivery guy comes to the door and is also sniffling, leading them to conclude that the accountant was actually not on drugs and he was just allergic to Kramer's sweater. So then Jerry asks Newman to not mail a letter that would fire the accountant. But then when Jerry finds out the accountant went bankrupt and all his money is gone, he realizes he actually was on drugs the whole time. So not sure how close that was to the real story, but I hope there wasn't as many glaring red flags in real life as there was in that Seinfeld episode that were ignored. Next at number 8, sneaky manager. So back in 2005, Leonard Cohen discovered that his longtime manager and even past lover, Kelly Lynch, had embezzled more than $5 million from the 71-year-old's accounts, while also selling a ton of his publishing rights too. Apparently this took place because in the past decade he had been living in a Zen monastery, and it was only when he left the Buddhist retreat to visit his bank last year that he discovered the alleged theft. His bank manager told him that he allowed Lynch's credit card to be paid directly from his bank account. Cohen alleges that over a number of years, somewhere in the region of $8 million had gone missing from his accounts, saying, quote, "I was devastated. And, God gave me a strong inner core, so I wasn't shattered, but I was deeply concerned. The worst part is, Lynch had been a longtime family friend, and both her parents had worked with Cohen, and she had managed him for 17 years. Cohen also confirmed that they had a brief, intimate relationship during their time working together, so I'm sure that made it even worse. Next at number 7, fake realtor. So this next one is a fake realtor who posed as a realtor or a rich businessman in order to steal from open houses. Jason Yassili, who was 32, was charged along with an alleged accomplice identified as Benjamin Ackerman, who was 33. Prosecutors say that from 2016 to 2018, the men used open houses to help facilitate the crimes, and the DA reported that the men took in excess of $500,000 through fraud and embezzlement. The DA alleged that Yassili encouraged Ackerman to steal luxury items from 14 homes, then sell them to use the proceeds to make payments on Yassili's credit card. Some of the celebs that were affected in this scam were Usher, Adam Lambert, reality TV personalities PK and Dorit Kemsley of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and former professional football player Sean Phillips. Jared Timmons confirmed that Ackerman had posed as an interested buyer or realtor in the scheme, and he claimed that the men were very slick. So now I'm just wondering if all it takes to get into celebrity homes are some outfits that make me look super rich? Should I give that a shot next time in LA? They're making it seem super easy. Next at number 6, dinosaur skull. So Nicolas Cage got caught up in a scam when he purchased a stolen dinosaur skull from a sketchy art dealer. After the authorities brought to his attention that the item was stolen, Cage agreed to turn over the dinosaur skull he bought for $276,000 to US authorities so it could be returned to the Mongolian government. The lawsuit did not specifically name Cage as the owner, but Cage's publicist confirmed that the actor bought the skull in March of 2007 from a Beverly Hills gallery. I am shaped. Following a determination by investigators that the skull in fact had been taken illegally from Mongolia, Cage agreed to hand it over. The I Am Shaped Gallery had previously purchased and sold an illegally smuggled dinosaur skeleton from convicted paleontologist Eric Propti, whom Bahara called a one-man black market in prehistoric fossils. It was unclear whether Cage's skull was linked to Procpi or not, but either way, this is really shady. Next at number 5, shady art dealer. The next one had to do with yet again a shady deal related to the art world. So Jack Nicholson got involved with Todd Michael Volpe, a well-known Manhattan art dealer who had built a reputation advising Hollywood celebs in the 90s. But after Nicholson learned that he was getting scammed by him, Volpe was sentenced to 28 months in prison for his convictions in a fraud scheme in which his clients lost about $1.9 million. His clients included auction houses and prominent people in the film industry, like Jack Nicholson. Some of the time, Mr. Volpe sold artwork that belonged to his clients but kept the money himself. Other times, he borrowed money against the value of the artwork that was not his. It is also claimed that while they were working together, Volpe sold off Nicholson's Aston Martin for 25 grand and of course kept all the money too. So yeah, hopefully this is a lesson Jack Nicholson can use to keep a better hold of his finances. Next, number 4, Ponzi scheme. So this story relates back to Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme, where tons of actors got caught up in the terrible scam. Actor John Malkovich lost $2 million to Madoff, but he took it as a learning lesson and said he would work hard to make it back what had been stolen from him. In the end, Malkovich reported receiving $670,000 of his investment back. And then there's Larry King, who met Madoff through a childhood friend. At the time, King and his wife were looking for a reputable investment firm, and Wilpon suggested he look into Madoff. When Madoff was arrested in 2008, the broadcasting legend suffered a $700,000 loss, but thankfully he was able to recover it within a few years. He also claimed that the one person he would love to interview would be Madoff, to get further clarity on why he did this to people. Next at number 3, sketchy boxing promoter. So this one is to do with Mike Tyson dealing with some shady business with a boxing promoter, Don King. He filed a lawsuit against him in 1998 where he accused King of fraud and abuse that cost Tyson tens of millions of dollars. The suit, which seeks at least $100 million in damages and lost earnings, accused the promoter of duping Tyson into signing a contract while the boxer was still in prison, and giving him 2 fake managers that then would siphon money from Tyson to King. But Tyson isn't the only person that's accused King of stealing, with Muhammad Ali, Terry Norris, and Tim Witherspoon also calling him out for cheating them out of their hard-earned money. Then in at number 2, shady art dealer round 2. So yet another one involving art. Like, we should have just named this top 10 reasons to never get involved in the art world. But anyways, Robert De Niro, or should I say Robert De Niro's father, is another person who was duped by an art dealer named Lawrence B. Salander. Salander pleaded guilty to a $120 million fraud scheme that included stealing from the likes of John McEnroe and the estate of Robert De Niro Sr., an artist and the father of the famous actor. De Niro spoke in court about the fraud, saying, "I wasn't watching carefully as I probably should have." Early in the estate's involvement with the gallery owner, Lawrence Salander, De Niro said, "But I trusted Larry implicitly. I thought that anything that he did, it was going to be good." De Niro also continued that his father had a bad past with other art dealers and trusted Salander. The sales from his estate were supposed to be split 50-50, but after Salander looked like he was making tons of money and the De Niro family was not seeing any of it, he realized Salander was a crook. After cutting ties with the gallery in late 2007 or so, De Niro was shocked to learn that the estate hadn't been paid its portion of any sales after 2001. So yeah, a lot of money was stolen there. Then finally, the number 1 spot, fraudulent beauty salon. So shockingly, this one does not involve art. It takes place at a beauty salon, where Secret Service agents arrested the owner of Shea Gabriella Studio, a high-end Beverly Hills beauty salon, on fraud charges for stealing credit card info from her rich and famous clients. Some of these clients include Liv Tyler and Jennifer Aniston, who rack up insane bills at the spa. Maria Gabriela Perez, who's 51, was arrested at the studio as the person responsible. Perez is accused of fraudulently charging approximately $280,000 worth of charges in a 1-year period. An affidavit stated that the actress Liv Tyler had bad charges on 2 credit cards totaling approximately $214,000 from Perez's studio over a 5-month period. And just the fact that celebrities are so rich that they didn't notice these charges until much later shocks me so much. Like, wow, to only be that rich must be nice. So now I want to hear your take in the comments down below. Did these celebs deserve to be scammed, and do you think they'll learn their lessons from their mistakes? I just think they're so rich that they just don't even care, other than the ones that lost like millions, of course. But now I want to shout out some of your comments. So these are from the collab Charlotte and I just uploaded, or it might be a while by the time you see this. So Angelina said, said, love the collaboration between you gals. Mackenzie looks more relaxed and having fun with Charlotte. Yeah, it's so much better to be on camera with another person because then you're not just like talking to a camera, but yeah, it was so fun to do. Then Anna said, oh my gosh, I loved watching this video with my two favorite crazy gals. Can't wait until you do another one. Yeah, we are definitely planning on doing more. It's just a lot easier and a lot more entertaining for you guys, so we definitely want to do stuff that you guys like. Then Leah said, I cannot believe it, my two girls doing this together. I feel like a proud mom. Aw, thanks. Yeah, it's always better in a duo, you know? There's no I in team, all that. Alright, so that's it for me. Like and subscribe down below to support the channel, and follow the IO team on our socials to stay up to date with all of us. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.